Welcome back to another edition of All or Not According to Jack with your host, Jack Toledano. Um, so we are ready to go and finish off our top 100 metal songs of all my top 100 metal songs of all time. So we are going to go on a journey from number 34 down to number one, my top metal song. So just a little bit about that. That top, every once in a while, my top songs fluctuate. So this is my top song right now. Could change in the future, but who knows? But these 34 songs, they are the crux of all of my favorite songs. And you know what? That will never change. The order might change a little bit, but that won't change. And you know what? Hopefully, there will be a lot of really good metal anthems that you might enjoy from this. So, fingers crossed that that happens. Before I get started, something you didn't know about me. I'm not a big dessert person and I am diabetic, but nothing I love better than a nice chocolate chip cookie. Thank you for making these, George. They are fantastic. Mm, so good. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and share. All right. So, we left off with Crystalline Dream by Shadow Gallery. So, number 34, a favorite of mine by that Swedish metal band Hammerfall. Hearts on Fire off of Crimson Thunder. Great, great song. Might have been higher in the past, but you want to know something? There's just so many good songs, and what can I tell you? So hard to so hard to do this rating, but you know what? At least my top songs are in there. Number 33, this is one that just recently got into my top 100 from having heard this a few times when I put my Primal Fear playlist together. I love this song off of Black Sun. We go down into the fire. Ah. Of course, I can't do the scream like Ralph Sheepers can, but great freaking song. Number 32 is a song by the band Manowar. Turn my other computer down. That's annoying. Let's turn that down. There we go. So you don't have to hit it. Doo-doo. Okay, so number 32 by Manowar is a song called Return of the Warlord by Louder Than Hell. Great, great freaking song where he says, I live my own goddamn, nobody can tell me how to live my own goddamn life. That's how I feel most of the time. And wonderful message. Love you guys for it. Number 31. This is a 13-minute metal trip, if you will, off of the album Power Slave, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. 13 and a half minute song. Uh, Takes you on a really nice, fantastic journey. Some great bass playing in the middle by Steve Harris with that do 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 do. Awesome. Number 30. This song is preceded by a little German childish ditty. Heidi, Heido, Heida, Heidi, Heido. Fast as a shark. That needle scratches across the record, and then he goes into ah. I guess I'm going to have to turn something else off. These computer things, so annoying. But what's not annoying is that Primal Scream by Udo Dirkschneider, going into Fast as a Shark. That's a concert staple that they play. It's my number 30. Yeah, it's my number 30. And when I saw them back in September, Mark Tornillo threw an inflatable shark out into the crowd, which I thought was pretty cool. Number 29, the title track off the Metallica album, Ride the Lightning. Bow, ba bow, ba 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 bow, ba bow. God, I love this song. So great. 28, off of the album Sabotage from Black Sabbath. Symptom of the Universe. Just got, I love that frantic E flat. Yeah, that frantic pace. Probably my favorite song sung by Ozzy of all the songs he's done, either solo or with Sabbath. Uh, then at the very end, you have that nice little slow guitar, melodic guitar played by Iommi, with Ozzy continuing to sing. Great, great song. Okay, so that brings us down to number 27. And what is number 27, mind you? Sinner off of Unleashed in the East. Uh, Song starts out with I like both versions, this version and the version off of Sin After Sin, but I like the live version better. KK Downing goes nuts on that whammy bar of his in the very beginning. It goes into the song, 7.5 minutes long. Love it. This is a song that has really grown on me over the years by The Priest. I believe there is one more in this list, uh, but we'll get to it in a little while. But number number 27, Sinner. Number 26, a 20-minute song. The title track off the Symphony X album, Divine Wings of Tragedy. 20 and a half minutes long. This is probably one of my favorite long songs. I just really love the twists and turns, and all the different passages, and different melody changes, heavy soft, etc., etc. There's some really nice vocal harmonies, thanks to the great, wonderful, powerful voice of Russell Allen. uh, Michael Romeo, the guitarist producer, really knocked it out of the park with this song. Awesome job, guys. Number 25. So now to our top 25 from my local Long Island band, Twisted Sister. Burn in Hell off of the album Stay Hungry. Great, great song. I believe I first heard this when Pete lent me this album back in our New Paltz days. But this song always stuck with me, Burn in Hell. You're gonna burn in hell. Bow, now, 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 now. So that brings us to number 24. And I got to tell you, the next two songs are probably the heaviest in this entire collection. Number 24, off of an album called Morbid Tales, Celtic Frost, Procreation of the Wicked. Very, very brutal, morbid type song, but I love it just the same. I guess that's my go-to song when I'm in a bad mood. I just love it. Very dark, dark place. Cheers me up every time. Thank you guys. This next one is another one. Very dark song, uh, but it's more well known. Of course, we're talking about Slayer, Rain in Blood. Uh, well, the song's called Raining Blood. The album's called Rain in Blood. That is my number 23. Awesome. To number 22, a song by Motorhead. This is a song that both Lemmy and Ozzy co-wrote together. But of course, I like Lemmy's version better. I'm talking Hellraiser off the album March or Die. Excellent job, and I love Lemmy's accompanying bass on that song. Really good shit, man. Number 21. This is probably the youngest song in this top 100 collection. This song was only released, I don't know what, 2, 3 years ago by one Mr. KK Downing and his band KK's Priest. And of course, I'm talking about Hellfire Thunderbolt off of Sermons of the Sinner. Uh, I have to tell you, KK, I am proud of you. I know that this was a bone of contention with you and Glenn over the years about writing credits and who gets credit for what solo, and it just felt like, to me at least, anytime KK had a song idea, Glenn almost always had to put his name on it also. I don't know why that was, but to me, this is proof that KK can write a good metal song, can uh, can come up with some good tunes on his own. That was a great freaking album. So if you're watching, Glenn, yes, KK can do it, and the people do like what he does. So I know I did. Number 21, Hellfire Thunderbolt. Number 20. This is more of a uh, lighter metal, but kind of slash rock and roll standard by the Scorpions. One of those sing-alongs in concert. I'm talking about Dynamite, where Klaus Meine will say, New York City, you are dynamite. So cool. I love that song. Da, 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 da. Okay, so that is number 20. Number nine, and segues into my number 19. So now I had this friend back in high school. Uh, I wouldn't say he was a great friend. We've lost touch. Uh, Bit of a what's that term? Well, guy who kind of always thinks about himself first. I can't think of the name of that term. Uh, oh shit! What is that term? The Anyway, it'll come to me. Another one of those goddamn brain freezes, but very turned out to be a selfish person, narcissist. That's what he is, a narcissist. Always thought of himself first, but probably the best thing he gave me was he introduced me to bands like the Scorpions. Who else did he introduce me to? He introduced me to Saxon. He even introduced me to Iron Maiden. That was the guy who would walk around with the shoebox tape recorder back in our high school days. So funny, the things you had to do. But probably the most. This is the band I think of the most because they are also of the same Swiss background that he is. I'm talking about Crocus. Uh, Introduced me to the album Hardware and the song Easy Rocker. my number 19, a song that I absolutely love. Check it out if you've never heard it before. I don't know why this song isn't more famous you know, than it is. Who knows? Number 18, a song that I discovered on my own. This, of course, I discovered off of the Unleashed in the East album by Judas Priest. But then I loved it on the Sad Wings of Destiny album. I'm talking about Prelude and Tyrant off of Sad Wings of Destiny. Love that piano intro. You don't get that from Judas Priest that often, but that transition at the very end where the keyboard the organ goes and then it goes right into that furious rip. Love it. Prelude and Tyrant, my number 18. Number 17, I think you peaked. You saw it. I try to control that so you don't see the next song, but it is by Primal Fear. It is another transition off of the album Unbreakable. I'm talking, there's Unbreakable Part One. It's very soft, opening, about a minute long, bit of a synth intro, goes right into this another furious riff. The song Strike. Strike and take no prisoners. Strike holier than thou. Okay, that's my number 17. Number 16. I was just discussing this with somebody earlier today about my number 16 being from the band Dream Theater, but I kept him in suspense. I didn't tell him what number 16 was, but I will tell you now. It is off their album Octavarium, Panic Attack. Love Panic Attack. What a great freaking song. My number 16. Uh, my humming it won't do it justice. You just got to go check it out. Okay, so now we are at my top 15. Number 15. This is a song, a deeper track in this band's catalog. I'm talking Metal Church off of their album The Dark. Over My Dead Body. Another furious riff, which I love so much. Great, great tune. Uh, Great vocals, everything. What's not to love? Okay, number 14. I saw this band on this tour. I'm talking Chapter 5, Unbent, Unbowed, Unbroken, Hammerfall with the song Fury of the Wild, in which they say, Unbent, Unbowed, Unbroken. Great tune, Fury of the Wild. Hearts on Fire used to be my favorite, but this overtook it. Good job, guys. Number 13, back to the band Manowar. And back to the album Kings of Metal for the song Blood of the Kings. Possibly the longest outro I've ever heard. This is like a 2.5, almost 3 minute outro. Uh, I could just imagine them doing that outro at the end of their set. Unfortunately, so the prices of tickets have come down for that November 30th show at in Brooklyn, but alas, I will not be able to go to it because I will be upstate looking to close down my cabin for the winter, uh, just for some peace of mind. I mean, I love going up there, but who wants to go up there and deal with a pipe freezing issue at 20 or 30 below, which we went up for my wife Susan's birthday in February a couple of years ago. And yes, the pipes almost did freeze. Couple times I've had near freezes where I had to finagle those, the water to get the water to reflow. But yeah, don't want to deal with that. So We are going to try that for this winter, but alas, I will miss Man of War again. Too bad. Number 12. Uh, this is and I wish Iron Maiden had more songs like this. This is actually a Bruce Dickinson solo song off of the album Accident of Birth. The Magician. Great, great tune. Frantic riff. I love it. The Magician is my name. Oh, some really good guitar work by Roy Z. Doesn't get any better than that. Number 11. My top song by Black Sabbath. Not an Ozzy song, but a Dio song. I'm talking Neon Nights off of Heaven and Hell. Love that frantic opening riff. I love songs like that where it just like that and Strike, where it just goes into a frantic riff and the song starts pretty quick. No nonsense, balls to the wall, rip your face off style heavy metal. I love it. So that is my number 11. So now to my top 10. Um, I just recorded an episode where I talk about having seen Wasp and Armored Saint this past Saturday night at Hammerstein Ballroom in Manhattan, New York City, New York. I thought Armored Saint was a little better. Sorry, bad case of the hiccups. Um, I thought Armored Saint was a little better. Um, Unfortunately, they did not play this song. I would have freaked if they played this song, but whatever. Uh, it is the song Chemical Euphoria off the album Raising Fear. I would have loved it if they played that, but wasn't meant to be. But good time was really had by all. I really enjoyed their set. Good job, guys. I'd like to see you again next time as not as a headliner would be nice, but we'll see. Good job. Number 9. It's so funny. My good friend John Clauser is actually talking about this album over on his channel as we speak. Him and John the Music Nut, and they have a very young guest named Young Logan, I guess. Uh, Spoiler, I'm going to be on with them next week, but uh, more about that later. Uh, they are talking about the album Blood of the Nations by Accept. My number 9 song is the song Teutonic Terror. Uh, we will give him the axe. Great, great tune. This song really invigorated my love of metal. Uh, I would say, I had just started. I think I had just started uh, on XM radio uh, before they called it Ozzy's Boneyard, and before he ruined it with all the commercial style metal. They played a lot of better stuff. That's where I first learned about Teutonic Terror. So I bought the album based on that one song. But you want to know something? Killer, absolutely killer. I loved every song on that freaking album. So hope you're enjoying talking about it with the guys there, young Logan. LOL. But yeah, I will be on with John and John next week, so stay tuned for that. That was number 9. Number 8. This is a song by a metal band that I haven't had this metal band in the top 100 yet. They are in for a lone song as their number 8, but they knocked it out of the park with this song, which lampoons marriage. You know what? All us guys, we have funny stories to tell. Uh, nothing ever put it. Nobody ever put it so eloquently as Y and T did. in the song Mean Streak. Uh, Not the album Earthquake, the A&M years. It was actually the self-titled album Mean Streak. Uh, you got to listen to the song. I mean, talks about overtime every day of the week. Still, my house ain't big enough. Spend so, spend your money so fast, never see the green. Big pool, big house, big heart attack. You're gonna you're gonna bend or you're gonna break. She got a mean streak. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. You're never good enough in the eyes of a woman with a mean streak. Great tune. Another great anthem at number 7 is another song by Primal Fear off of Nuclear Fire. I'm talking about Eye of an Eagle, another amazing riff to open that song. Uh, really good stuff. The verse is actually all bass pretty much, but a great song nonetheless. Number 6, the title track of the album, Master of Puppets, Metallica. Obey your master, master. Uh, Probably for me the last best thing they ever did. I mean, granted, they had some good songs off the album one, couple songs, good songs off the Black album, but they were never as great as they were as Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets. But Master of Puppets number 7, number 6, yeah, number 6 was Master of Puppets. Number 5, just beating them out, is Iced Earth song Pure Evil. Uh, of course, my version is off the Days of Purgatory re release with Matt Barlow's vocals over the original vocals, but the original vocals were, and Pure Evil was off the album Night of the Storm Rider. Great, great freaking song. I love it. I did put the video up just recently of them playing it back in what 2010, I think, one of those years. And Matt Barlow had just come back. Instead of the long red hair, instead he was bald this time, but it's all good. Uh, I think his voice does it best. Awesome song. That was my number 5. Okay, drum roll. We are counting down to the top songs. My number 4 is by a little known band from Brazil called Hybria. We're talking the album Defying the Rules, the song Steel Lord on Wheels. Look this song up if you haven't. It's an amazing freaking killer riff. Uh, if I didn't love this song to death, it wouldn't be even in my top 100, let alone my top 5. This is number 4. Great, great song. Please check it out. Number 3, another favorite band of mine off of the album Twilight in Olympus. Symphony X Through the Looking Glass, parts 1, 2, and 3. Basically, they spin the tales of the continuing tales of Alice in Wonderland. Uh, Great, great song, 13 minutes long. Gotta love it. Uh, Starts with a keyboard intro and, heavy in spots, soft in other spots. Nice little journey through again, through the looking glass and down the rabbit hole, if you were. Good stuff. Number 2. This song needs no introduction. Off of Number of the Beast. Hallowed be thy name, Iron Maiden. Don't really need to say much about this song, but other than I love it, I feel bad that they had to take it out of the set because due to some copyright issues, but you know what? Still a favorite of mine. Okay, drum roll for number 1. So This is my number one now. It didn't used to be, but these days, and I have several reasons why it's my number one. Drum roll, da 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 da. Beyond the realms of death, Judas Priest off of Stained freaking Class. Um, you know what? Kind of like Stairway to Heaven, always making those top lists over Labor Day weekend or Memorial Day weekend. You know, starts very slow, ends in a frantic pace. Um, Beyond the Realms of Death, which was actually co-written by drummer Les Binks, who came up with that B minor chord lick that he's playing. Um, of course, Rob put all the lyrics together. Um, Great song about somebody in a coma and thinking about ending his life. Very sad, um, but at the same time, the guitar work in this song is just second to none. Glenn and KK did not take any credit for the song, but yet they put amazing um, solos together. Most particularly Glenn Tipton with that amazing what amounts to about a 1.5 2 minute solo. I could see where that might have led to some bone of contention with KK, who just basically got the outro solo. But of course, that's another song that's in my concert footage. Check it out, KK's Priest. I could I was beautifully shot from the corner of the stage. I I was able to get a nice view of KK's outro solo. Uh, beautifully done. Of course, Glenn did the solo to near perfection. AJ Mills, who now is keeping himself busy, touring and doing albums with KK Downing, also did that Glenn Tipton solo to near perfection. So that's one of the reasons it's my number one. But I just love the fact that it goes from soft to very heavy to soft to very heavy again to that really frantic solo. And then, of course, Halford's primal scream at the very end. Beyond the realms of death. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Wow. So this was quite the journey, folks. I will stop there. As I stated, I will be on John Clauser and John the Music Nuts uh, channel. We're going to record Sunday, but it will be up next Wednesday, where we talk about the next Accept album, Stalingrad. That should be really fun because there's uh, while my favorite album is Blood of the Nations, Stalingrad has some very powerful songs that I absolutely love of a historical nature. So check it out. I will be there fully enthusiastic and ready to go. So looking forward to, hanging out with you guys again. Um, but what did you think? Was that a great group of 34 songs or what? Um, Tell me what you like. Tell me what you didn't agree with. Tell me what you would have put as your top songs. I'm dying to hear. This is Jack Toledano. Uh, my next project will be um, I also recorded a Concerts Remembered where I talk about Wasp and Armored Saints, so check that out. Uh, I have started work on my top 100 hard rock songs, so that will be the next. I haven't decided whether I want that to be a 3 or a 4-parter. I might, I don't know. We'll see. But I'd like to have that coincide as it gets closer to my third anniversary, which is December 15th. Uh, December 7th, I will be seeing at least some of you at what Pete Potter was calling the SOT Mini Fest in Newburgh, New York, at two places on that date. go to his channel where he can give you more information on that. Ooh, sorry, tickle in my throat. This is Jack Toledano. I'm talking too much tonight. Good night, everybody, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.